with the Four Great Bodhisattva Vows. Sentient beings are numberless, we vow to help them all. Delusions are countless, we vow to see through them all. Opportunities to awaken are infinite, we vow to embrace them all. The Buddha way is endless, we vow to embody it. So we will start with 15 minutes of seated meditation. We'll chant the Gatha on opening the sutras. This Dharma, incomparably profound and minutely subtle, is rarely encountered, even in hundreds of thousands of millions of ages. Now we see it, hear it, hold and maintain it. May we completely realize the true mind of all Buddhas. All right. Relax. Put your feet up. Take your shoes off if for some reason you still have them on. For tonight, we are having the pleasure of the return of the Bodhisattva, formerly known as Sun Min, now known as Wan Yung.
Wow, Yang Jin, that was a heck of an introduction. Thank you very much. I feel like a rock star, which is really fitting because the first thing I want to remind us, perhaps this will be a reminder for most of us, is what the Maha Bodhisattva George Michael once sung, and that's that you got to have faith. He could have been quoting the Avatamsaka Sutra, which said that faith is the basis of the path, the mother of all virtues. And for those of you who aren't familiar with American 1980s and 1990s popular music, George Michael was a pretty big pop singer. He had been with the band Wham in the 1980s. Anyway, so he had a very popular song called Faith. Well, we've talked about faith in this sangha before. There's just in our informal conversations, and some we've probably most of us maybe seen come up here and there, where you have American converts to Buddhism, at least, will sometimes be uncomfortable with the translation of Shraddha, the Sanskrit word, as faith. And for some, it's sort of disease with a religious concept from a religion from which the person has turned away, and and isn't exactly looking to find the same thing over again. And others disease because using for Buddhist terms, using English translation that resonates with or might bring in connotations from even just from the English language, let alone from other religions, can be misleading. And we've had this discussion. I was kind of agnostic on the issue because I hadn't really studied what either Buddhists or Christians understood as faith or how they use the term. But at least to see the latter argument as potentially some real potential issues there. But studying the Avatamsaka Sutra convinced me that Shraddha was really a central concept that I had to understand. And so now my new position on whether or not to translate Shraddha as faith is whatever. But despite that, the etymology of faith and Shraddha is actually interesting and illuminating and even potentially helpful in our practice. So and I just like this sort of thing, so why not? So Shraddha, the Sanskrit word that often gets translated in English as faith, shares roots with the Latin word credo, both of them suggesting trust or credence, obviously credo, credence. But in the New Testament, the word that gets translated into faith is the Greek word pistis, or in the Latin Bibles was translated from Greek as fidelis, translated into Latin as fidelis, fidelity. And pistis and fidelis mean loyalty. And so in the context of early Christianity, I meant loyalty to the God of Abraham. And so, of course, that's just not a relevant connotation for Buddhism, or any sort of connotation that's found anywhere in the term Shraddha. But unlike credo, Shraddha also has roots and connotations of, along with certainty, also immovability, which I really like. I'll come back to that. And regardless of the etymological origins of pistis or loyalty or faith in Christian context, I'm sure most Christians would probably hear that connotation of immovability and certainty, and would be very happy to import that over from Shraddha to a Christian concept of faith. But anyway, there are some ways that maybe there's maybe some important differences. So I think in Zen, for example, we've got the three greats: great faith, great zeal, and great doubt. And so for us, it's not faith versus doubt, it's faith and doubt, that we need them both. So think about like Hua Do practice to cultivate that the great doubt that's necessary for that breakthrough. One must also have great faith in, if nothing else, one's capacity to awaken. If not that, perhaps ideally even great faith in that one is Buddha, one is awakening. And so, and of course, think of the slogan there: small doubt, small awakening; great doubt, great awakening. Well, you also got small faith, small doubt; great faith, great doubt. So there, faith, Shraddha, as essential to doubt and therefore to awakening. There's a scholar who's a former Jogye monk, and now he's well, I guess they're all Buddhist scholars, but he's a professor at I think at Stony Brook in Buddhist studies. And I thought he had a great, well, I mean, he recognizes that the Buddhists use Shraddha in a whole ton of different ways. But among all those ways, he identified something about a Mahayana faith that I found really, really illuminating. He said that, if you might think of faith from a Christian context often as faith having that object, faith in something. But it's a great phrase. Faith of Shraddha is not faith in the Buddhas, it's the faith of the Buddhas. So that faith that was necessary to become Buddhas, to recognize oneself as Buddha, the faith that is necessary for awakening. Although the Avatamsaka Sutra at times talks about faith as awakening, as it is itself awakening. And so think of that Shraddha as that unmovable certainty, that immovability in the face of things like greed, hatred, and delusion. The faith that Avatamsaka Sutra says, the faith that is awakening, the faith that I am awakened, the faith that I am a Buddha, that I am of the Dharmakaya, that I am of emptiness. And so, I mean, we've got another 15 minutes of meditating here, and that might be a good opportunity for us to cultivate that Shraddha, that unmovable certainty as we meditate, and become immovable in the face of greed, hatred, and delusion, cultivating that faith that our original nature is of the Dharmakaya, of emptiness, of the interdependence with every other thing, and that we know this, right now, know this, and here, know right this instant that we are of that, of the Dharmakaya. Notice now, and in this moment now, and this one now. Just constantly cultivating that now. And by popular demand. I hope you'll cut that part out of the video there.
No, not a chance. I may loop it.
It was kind of context dependent.
Nope, just over and over. Kudos. Well, on that note, let's go back and have another 15 minutes of seated meditation. We'll chant the Heart Sutra. Mahaprajna Paramita Hridaya Sutra Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, when practicing deeply the Prajna Paramita, perceives that all five skandhas are empty and is saved from all suffering and distress. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. That which is form is emptiness. That which is emptiness, form. The same is true of feelings, perceptions, impulses, consciousness. Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They do not appear or disappear, are not tainted or pure, do not increase or decrease. Therefore in emptiness, no form, no feelings, perceptions, impulses, consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no color, no sound, no smell, taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of eyes, and so forth, until no realm of mind consciousness, no ignorance, and also no extinction of it, and so forth, until no old age and death, and also no extinction of them, no suffering, no origination, no stopping, no path, no cognition, also no attainment, with nothing to attain. The Bodhisattva depends on Prajna Paramita, and the mind is no hindrance. Without any hindrance, no fears exist. Far apart from every perverted view, one dwells in nirvana. In the three worlds, all Buddhas depend on Prajna Paramita and attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Therefore know that Prajna Paramita is the great transcendent mantra, is the great bright mantra, is the utmost mantra, is the supreme mantra, which is able to relieve all suffering and is true, not false. So proclaim the Prajna Paramita mantra. Proclaim the mantra which says Gate Gate Para Gate Parasangate Bodhi Svaha Gate Gate Para Gate Parasangate Bodhi Svaha Gate Gate Para Gate Parasangate Bodhi Svaha. So let us do some dedication of merit. I've got a couple people that I'll mention, and then I'll leave space open for you to dedicate some merit to whomever you'd like to dedicate it to. sentient beings are one seamless body and pass quickly from birth to death. We remember those who cared for us and are gone, those who are ill, those who are at war, who are hungry, and who are in pain. May they heal and have peace. We especially dedicate our service to Mike Gingy Wood, Mr. Guy Perry, and who would anybody like to dedicate merit to?
Melanie and Emily.
Cisco, Amy, Evie, and Achilles.
Laura and Lily Cray.
Asata and Chitra.
Dr. Matulu Shakur and the Atlanta Forest Defenders. Thank you.
Any others?
I'd also like to dedicate merit to the victims of our epidemic of gun violence in this country.
That it? All beings in the 10 directions, subject to the greed, hatred, and delusions of themselves and others. All Buddhas throughout space and time, all honored ones, Bodhisattva Mahasattvas, wisdom beyond wisdom, Maha Prajna Paramita. And we'll recite our faith and practice vow. I will never retreat and will be firm in my mind in this correct Dharma. I will escape from the samsaric cycle of birth and death and definitely will see my original face. I will be sure to inherit the life of insight of the Buddha and save all sentient beings. Hengdal.
Infinite realms of light and dark convey the Buddha mind. Birds and trees and stars and we ourselves come forth in perfect harmony. We practice and recite this for all beings in grateful thanks to our many guides along the way.
Life and death are of supreme importance. Time passes swiftly by and opportunities to awaken are easily lost. Strive to realize your true nature. Do not squander your time by night or day.